If you correspond with Ralf on television, video, or telephone, audio, or you chat, text, or email him, you're giving him permission to duplicate it, rebroadcast it on any of the Take Your Life Back Today show broadcasts.
Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides of life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-4405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about how people in recovery can change the world. People in recovery can change the world. Why am I here? People always ask. That's a good question. I will never forget when a student, or I should say a client of mine, asked me something quite similar, a few years ago. He posed an unexpected question: what is the meaning of life? Well, a silence rang out over the class that I was just making a speech. I remember trying to assemble my thoughts and piece an answer together in my mind. Has anybody here ever asked themselves something very similar? Like, what is my purpose? Who am I? For me, it's because I have a story to tell. We all do, actually, and it's an honor to share it with you, I said to the class, in hopes that this can help make a difference in at least one person's mind. Today, the world is a much different place than what I remember growing up. I used to just want to make people smile, make them laugh, and believe I often tried to appreciate the simple things that life had offered me. I was pretty much content with just being alive. Sure, I loved playing with my toys, riding my bike, and running around with my brother and my friends, just like any other kid. I remember running around playing kick the can or even passing a soccer ball around. Growing up was in a small town on Long Island was great. I would have to say things were pretty great at that time. Early in my life, I honestly believed that I was one day going to do something big. I believed that I was going to maybe even possibly change the world somehow. Unfortunately, I lost sight of that somehow along the way, and the fire slowly burned out. Finding your passion is very important in life. Have you ever lost your passion before? I know I have. Maybe you have a project, a job, a relationship, or in that you believe that once you had that passion and it's gone. Maybe life got tough and made you feel drained, even tired and exhausted. Maybe there have been points that you have even felt like giving up. I know I have, and there's no shame in admitting that. Some of us go through things very similar to your story and to my story. Some of us have even seen we should have never seen in our lives. Some of us have even tried to wash our sins away, only to find out ourselves at the bottom of a bottle night after night. Maybe something else gripped you in those difficult times and you discovered a perceived way out. Many of us aren't really addicted to the drugs, but instead we are addicted to the escape, unable to handle the circumstances that surround us all. Let's be honest. Each and every one of us has probably known what it feels like to get our butts kicked in the arena of life. Too tired to jump into the arena over and over after being kicked down, we have a tendency of giving up. The world we live in today can feel damn near impossible sometimes. I know what it feels like to feel broken. I've been broken. I am not totally fixed, but I'm putting those pieces back together again. To really feel physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually broken. By the age of 48, I was drowning in my own addiction. I wanted nothing more than the pain to stop, where death seemed like the only answer. Sadly, I am not the only one that feels this way in the world. There are people all around us, possibly even watching right now. Take a look around you and ask yourself, what do you see? Do you more often see the world filled with love, compassion, empathy, and human connection? Or do you often see a world of judgment, selfishness, and hatred? That's the world that I see quite often. And the news media doesn't help make that world see. Just the other day, on Easter Sunday, while my wife and I were traveling, on Facebook, a man picked an older man randomly in Cleveland, went up to him, asked him to repeat a certain name, and shot him in the face. This is the hatred that I'm talking about. This is what's going on. And this particular man, now deceased because he shot himself out of a police chase, had a lot of issues. Can you say, I love all your neighbors? All your neighbors, and not just the ones you choose? It has been said that we live in the most addicted, the most overweight, and the most disconnected place in history. Teen suicide rates are through the roof, and over 40 million people are dealing with addiction today, where we are losing our loved ones at an epidemic level. Families are being torn apart, and our next generation is at risk if we don't do something now. Well, we are going to put a stop to this, aren't we? Well, you might be saying, when are we going to put a stop to this? Unity, love, and understanding is one way to start. I am here to tell you, now more than ever, we must unite and empower those who are struggling with a terrible disease. Together, we must encourage each other to reach beyond our shame and our guilt that we all carry. We must let everyone know that it's more than okay to ask for help. We must create an environment that when people ask for help, they also receive it and not be judged. We must set our differences aside and bond in our similarities. Recognize that we are all human and children of God. We must teach our young ones that our past do not define us, and it does not make the present and the future worse. We must give those in recovery and the young people everywhere a greater voice. We must rise together, be heard, love more, and inspire others to live in hope. We must demand change as we unite with banded arms. Please don't do it for us, but instead do it for our next generation of leaders. This is a great call to action I'm asking you to do. It's about creating a world where everyone is treated equal and can move forward with no judgment, where men and women of all ages can feel empowered to stand up and speak out to the issues that confront them. We will no longer feel ashamed to come forward and ask for help if we all stand united. Your actions do truly matter. Your story matters. Share your voice, speak out loud. I assure you that you will be heard. It will help to save someone's life, possibly even your own. This is where you need to start. Today, you need to start. If you don't have any issues like addiction, congratulations. But there are people in your life that you probably know. Be the voice for them. Be the voice for them. Make people with addiction that you know, make it feel for them comfortable to come out and ask you for help. Don't judge them. Don't judge them. Help them. And may God bless you.
but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there. Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. I have read if you will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need.